fully out of the closet, as you guys know. Fully out of the closet. Yeah.
Good at lying.
Welcome back, agents. Today is part 2 of the Sons of Kojima, and in this part, they fall. In 2017, late July, the 28th to be exact, there was a collision, and leaks came from it. As I explained in my previous video, TXT was a little hot and bothered by Freddy making his little peons do his bidding for trying to call TXT out over monetization of Phil's face in his Twitch chat as a sub badge. TXT knew it was Fred, and something had to be done. Dr. Fizz was taken care of with just a little reply tweet. But for Queen of Pole, something else had to be done. Pole attempted to assemble some form of conference call at that time. He wanted to talk to TXT, and he wanted to also have Fred monitor the conversation. TXT wasn't very comfortable with that. And then Pole got a little unhappy, thinking he was being strung along at that point. After that, TXT and Sir James Detractor made use of their days. They took some screenshots from Brian's live streams where he was monetizing the situation, if you will. Getting paid for subscribers, paid in cheers, and collecting games for free on the side. A strategy was put into place. There was going to be an attack. One on Pole, on Monday, on Kiwi Farms, for maximum exposure. TXT went to Twitter. James smashed Pole all over Kiwi Farms. It was brutal. All weekend long, James went after Pole on Kiwi Farms, just burying him, calling him a backstabber, but claiming that the shit he says, and then he goes ahead and runs to Freddy Boy for protection. TXT remained quiet at the time, which was a very smart play. As time went on, they decided to go ahead and drop the bomb. On Monday, they hit Brian all morning long. When noon came around, Text hit him with this tweet. And after that, James smashed him once again on Kiwi Farms. Text later on wrote his "I love you, go fuck yourselves, goodbye" tweet, as you can see it here, and left the DSV sphere, if you will. Tex decided to chill for a while. James was still hammering away at Pole and Fred on Kiwi Farms every day. And that's when Tex got an interesting DM at random. the Twitter user of Joro showed up, telling Text that Fred had contacted him, decided to call Text a crybaby, an e-bagger, a hypocrite, if you. And all of those were just a poor argument. Text and Joro wanted to go ahead and do one massive dump. But James had other plans. He wanted to go ahead and just give it a slow little drip. A couple leaks here or there, if you will. Applying pressure to those involved. And on August 3rd of 2017, the leak started. Word spread of this attack, these leaks falling out of place. James decided to react to them. Each and every one was shocked, calling Fred out, telling him that he had to leave the community that he built. Later that night, TXT DM'd James, letting him know that Pol wanted to go ahead and talk once again. TXT assured that he had come in peace, and so Pol and James DM'd where he asked if he could go ahead and get a little bit of the story. Pol's story was that Fred had egged him on to go ahead and fight with TXT about the monetization. He also went ahead and told him that Fred egged him on to go to Norway to fight Vidar Viking for some reason. That night, James edited, put it through the encoding process, but not all the screen caps made it into the video. It was up on his YouTube channel for about 5 hours overnight. The next morning, they figured out that there wasn't enough hard evidence in those DMs that stated that Pol was egged on by Freddy Boy. So the video was pulled down. At this time, several days of leaks have been dripping into Kiwi farms, and it was to great effect. The community was sick of the SoK. They knew that there's no moral ground to stand on once the leaks came out. Other leaks came later on, where Fred admits that he knows we purposely putting the leaks out slowly. So Fred knew the game. He knew how it was played. So he wanted to stay quiet, not say a word, because he knew what he did was very wrong. More people joined the fight. Leaks were coming from left, right, and center. There was no getting away from it, and it was absolutely captivating. There were other account names popping up on YouTube, used for different uploads. Fred was extremely paranoid at this point. He didn't know where he was getting hit from, who he was getting hit by. And when it all began, the goal was not to take down Fred or destroy the SoK. But after what came from these leaks, it was time to cut off the head of the snake. Fred had to go. Then a Kiwi Farms forum post showed up. Fred Fuchs was now a locale. Sat right next to his little Pig Roach, forever enshrined in shame. People started to remove their affiliation with the SoK, for smart reasons. The group was going to wither and die. Che had come out earlier in a couple tweets and put on this paste bin document, owning up to all the misdeeds he did while being under the SoK group banner. He said everybody involved had some dirt. Everybody put in work. nobody who came out of this situation clean. And he released a response video to this, which I will include in the description below. More members started to stand up against Fred, and more leagues decided to come out. Most members of the SoK took part in a little stream with good old Loophole 572 signaling the very end of this group. That video is what you're seeing right now.
I didn't think it would blow up.
So in a quick little recap here,
You didn't miss anything. Any questions?
Fred was revealed to be paranoid.
I don't care. How big is my dick?
Fred did some dirt,
Kyle. Alright.
decided to go after his own community, backstab his friends.
I should have.
He tried to strong-arm people from not monetizing DSP content
Crap's gay.
because he thought
I'm pretty in.
it was morally wrong. Well, none of us here are trying to make any money, per se. We're just trying to entertain you now. That is our overall goal. That's why Tevin pulls in 1,000 viewers every time he decides to restream. That's why we here at the DIA are growing so strongly. We're almost to 260 agents. And in that short amount of time, it's felt great. LSB is on the rise, serving as an alternative to Tevin, a different insight. James the Lesser Express Lane does the pre-streams every now and then during the weekday. And all of us support each other. None of us make a living like the Pig Roach proclaimed. It isn't us as one group, one single entity. We instead are a bunch of individuals who want to get together and have a good time. Laugh at the dumb bullshit that goes on the internet. Inform you about it. Keep you updated. Refresh you on the deep lore like we did today. So, thank you for watching this episode of the Pig Roach Files. Check out the links in the description below. You can go find my Twitter account. I'm thankful for all those new followers. You can go ahead and catch a couple of these videos that we showcased here today. I also have other Detractor channels you should check out. Their content is great all around. From Mighty D to Sunspot Gallery, the Detractor community is growing with talented individuals. And the ride right now is super fun. So stay safe out there, agents. And I will see you later on tonight with an episode of The Gentleman's Club with my good buddy, Special Agent GTG. It'll sure be a good time. And I'll see you next time on another episode of the Pig Roach Files. Thank you for enjoying another episode of the Pig Roach Files. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and drop a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and become the next agent of the DIA. Like I said before, I appreciate all of the support you guys have given me. We are on the rise right now, and everything's falling into place. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. Enjoy this next episode of The Gentleman's Club with GTG later on tonight. And we'll have ourselves a good time. And I'll catch you next time with another live stream here soon. Hopefully next week. Work was a little busy this week, but that's what happens. We are all adults. We're all trying to come up. I have pride in what we do. So, thanks guys.